Chavez Jr. is making his case against the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Quote, NSAC does not have subject matter jurisdiction to suspend unlicensed boxers. That is the line that his attorneys are going after. And I will say this to remind everyone, because there's some people that still don't understand that, oh, he's not licensed, so therefore they shouldn't have been testing him. Look, you scheduled for a fight, therefore he's under their jurisdiction. Point blank and simple. Chavez's name came under their schedule, therefore he's under their jurisdiction whether he's licensed or not. That is Nevada law and its interpretation of its law. And to remind people, an MMA fighter, Wanderlei Silva, I don't know if people know that name in the boxing circle, but Wanderlei Silva had the same exact case. Evaded a test. He was not licensed, but he was scheduled to fight. And he had the same exact narrative and defense in his case. Gary, you want to guess what his suspension looked like?
The Silva guy?
Yeah.
6 months?
He had a 3-year suspension.
Oh, wow.
So I really hope Chavez continues this defensive line because it worked so well for Wanderlei Silva, who received a 3-year ban. So I expect Chavez Jr. to not get off. God, Gary, just what is it, like email notifications? What is it?
This is I don't know. Like I really don't know.
It's just something.
It's just a thing, yeah.
Just a thing. But anyways, Chavez Jr., his defense of his suspension is laughable, just from a pure precedent standpoint. I expect him to not get off with this defense and get a suspension, because that's the precedent in Nevada. And Wanderlei Silva is a great example and case study of what happens when you try to use this defense and you have a history of PEDs and you've evaded tests. They're gonna throw the book at you, and I expect them to kind of throw the book at Chavez now. To be honest, like, refreshing my mind about similar cases, I expect a 2-year, 3-year ban for Chavez Jr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be
wow.
It's his 3rd time popping for a banned substance or PED. It's the 2nd time in Nevada.
Oh, right.
Well, it's at that time you have to understand, like, it.
But like, if you fail, if you have a PO and you fail for weed, that's one thing. If you fail for crystal meth, that's a far different thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I don't think all fails are equal, kind of thing.
Of course not. But from a pure number standpoint, this is now your 3rd time popping for a banned substance. 2nd time in Nevada. 1st time in Nevada was for a diuretic. It wasn't for just a simple marijuana suspension. I expect him to throw the book at him. And for a guy that's kind of been flippant about the rules and about respecting the due process and the commission does not like that. Like, think about, like, cops. Like, the worst thing you can do in America is be disrespectful to a police officer. The worst thing you can do to a commission is treat them without real authority and without real respect. And Chavez has done that in their minds now for a 3rd time. I expect them to throw the book at Chavez. 100%. If they don't, I will be surprised. That would be very uncharacteristic of Nevada, to be honest. Nevada is a commission more than any other commission that I've, like, covered in my lifetime. They are vindictive. They take things personal as a commission, and Chavez is personal for them. I expect that completely. Gary, thoughts on the Chavez defense of, hey, we weren't under your jurisdiction, but that defense not really working throughout its history, so to speak?
It's not going to work because his name was attached to the fight. When this first came out, I said, well, maybe his name wasn't attached to it because I know that there was rumored a long time before that it was announced, and maybe that was why, right? Maybe it was still Jacob's first TBA, and it's like, well, I don't have to take it. My name's not attached to it. You can't say because the contract's not signed, because then I could just not have him sign the contract till the day before the fight. So there's a reason why they make you do that, right? Because it's easy to cheat if it has to have a signed contract. He's going to have a defense. I think it's going to be a little more complex than that because that's a losing case off the bat. He's got a lot of money. Eddie's got a lot of money. I think they're going to defend this thing better than that. But we'll find out. If that's all it is, this is simple, easy case, which is why I think they're going to have a better defense than that, and I just don't know what that is yet.
Yeah. Again, the hope from
case that already has a recent precedence for losing. Like, you can't just go in and argue that because it just got defeated. And the guy got 3 years or whatever, 3 years. It's like, you got to come up with something different. And look, Eddie's not dumb. He doesn't have dumb lawyers. Like, they're going to know that. I would think.
I'll be honest. I don't think Eddie's involved with this at all.
He's got a lot to lose, though. I guess not. If he sells tickets, he sells tickets.
Exactly, bro. Like, Eddie's going to make money regardless now.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't have to pay Chavez his payout, which is probably a lot, he probably even makes more money. Like, I'll be honest here. There's a way where Eddie's thinking it's net positive for me if this all happens and this all falls apart. And we get Jacobs Rosado. I'll make more money because of that.
As far as Chavez goes, not taking the test, I generally advise people don't give any information that you don't have to give, right? Like, don't talk to the cops, don't answer questions,
Yes.
Just don't talk to them, right? You don't have to. When it's your paycheck on the line and your livelihood, like, I'm not saying give the test without clarifying, but you better get Eddie or someone in the know on the phone like, hey, do I have to take this test?
This would be like,
I don't have to take it. I'm not taking it. If I have to take it, I'm going to take it.
you know, like when you get you go for a job interview, right? And you're about to get the job, but they want you to get tested, right? So I go to a local clinic to get tested, right? For marijuana, whatever bullshit, right? All those fun drug tests. That would be like me being like, I don't have to do that. What are you talking about? No, I don't have the job yet, technically. So I don't have to get drug tested. But
Right.
they're like, but no, in order to get the job, you have to get, no, I don't have the job yet. You can't test me. I'm not under your jurisdiction yet. It's like, but the process to get the job, you have to be tested. It's the same thing here, guys. Okay? I don't understand the disconnect from some fans here. But hey, this is such a funny story to me. I cannot wait for December 18th. I'm going to be glued to my Twitter feed waiting for like John Nash or Paul Gift or anyone else that's in Vegas. Maybe, God, who would be there? Maybe a Sean Sattel, maybe a Ryan Burnett. You know, not Ryan Burnett. God, who am I thinking of? Who's the Ryan Burton? Sorry, Ryan Burton of Boxing Scene. Some of the Las Vegas reporters be glued to their timeline on December 18th. Cannot wait. But Gary, moving on, unless you have any further thoughts about Chavez Jr.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. It's just amazing how stupid this is. Like, it's just take the test or get someone on the phone to take it out of your hands. Here, talk to my promoter. I don't even speak English at this point. Talk to my promoter. If I have to take it, I'll take it. If I don't have to take it, because Eddie's got to know that, right? Or someone has to know that he had to know the law.
No. You don't remember this part? Okay, so it did happen, Gary. That did happen. The Vada collector was there for like the whole day. They had Frank Smith calling Matchroom's legal team to see what was going on. They called Chavez back and said, "No, go take that test."
Then Chavez is just a moron, right? Like, I don't blame him. Like, I'm not giving you anything unless I have to. I have to, or I'm not going to get paid. Okay, here it is. But like, once they told you take that test, you better take the test. Now you're not just talking about you're talking about your personal money.
The best part is that Eddie has been defending this shit forever, but his own fucking legal team said, "Yo, take the test. Take the test." And he's like, "No, man, like, it's okay, guys. Like, it's no big deal. Let's go keep selling tickets. No, nothing to see here. Nothing to see behind the curtain here."
You know, when I was saying don't talk to the cops, don't answer questions, if your lawyer says, say this, you better say that, right? Because the answer is usually no. If they're telling you do it, you better do it because they know what they're talking about.
Oh, God. Chavez is the greatest boxer of all time, guys. Like, he is truly the TBE. The amount of fail son stories of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is just fantastic. Like, I can't wait in like 20 years, Gary, when we get the 30 for 30 on Chavez Jr. I cannot wait for that, man. It's going to be fantastic. Or like the one night, but it's like the one career, and it's Chavez Jr. for an hour long. I cannot wait for that. But moving on, though, because we're in agreement here. Chavez, gigantic fucking idiot. And probably
waiting to hear the defense now. Like, I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know how his argument sounds. Like, okay, give me your case.
Remember the Brian Vera fight when Chavez was so annoyed at getting hit to the body? He told the ref he was getting hit low. That sounds like a Chavez thing to do. Getting hit with like clear body shots, being like, "No, man, this shit's low. It hurts. Please stop it."